Poudre School District High School football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day, by Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy, and by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to Poudre School District Athletics. Tonight, live from French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado, intercity rivalry game. The home Poudre Impalas hosting the Fossil Ridge SaberCats in varsity boys football action. Hello, everybody. My name is David Haase. I'm with my partner tonight, Randy McCoy and Abby Block on camera. And Randy, big rivalry game here tonight. Two teams with different directions so far, but big change possible for Fossil Ridge, or does Poudre stay in cruise control?
Yeah, Poudre is knocking on the door of the top 10 on the chassis now, and so we're looking at they've got votes now to get in the top 10. They're about 12th, about 12th, 3-0, and they've really played well. Fossil Ridge, not so much. They've are really still trying to figure out who they are as a team and as an offense, and so you're going to see a few things going on with Fossil Ridge to probably try to figure that out.
See your camera right out there in the middle of the field with the captains out there. Your backs to us right now. You got Zach Leal, Weston Mayer, JT Erickson, and Troy McFadden for the Impalas. And they're blocking everybody on the other side. I'd love to be able to give you those Fossil Ridge captains. We'll give those to you as the game goes on. But toss coming and a kickoff coming soon. But a gorgeous night here at French Field, Randy. I tell you what, we've been lucky so far this year. None of those weather games that we've had in the past. And as you see the referee explain to both sides what they're going to do, we've had the flip. Poudre looks like they're changing and they're taking that north end zone. So that means they deferred and they're going to kick off to Fossil Ridge. I think it's a good idea, Fossil Ridge, to get that ball right away, don't you?
It is, and if you're Poudre, you're pretty confident in your defense right now.
Yep. Those Fossil Ridge captains, you see the end zone getting bunched up down there in the north side. Home team tonight, the Impalas are like 3-0, and Chance, like you said, you get a few more votes, you keep going through and take care of what you can take care of, and the votes will come.
And there's your Poudre Impalas. So we will have the kickoff right after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
To Toyota's national clearance event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're back out now waiting for our kickoff, Randy. Noah Ford, the kicker for the Impalas. Back deep for the SaberCats, number 1 is Tristan Burdick, and number 20, Riley Jones. But a great night here at French Field.
Another beautiful night. No wind, low humidity. I think I saw earlier today it was 13%. So don't throw anything lighted out anywhere, folks.
That's right.
We play 4 12-minute quarters, Colorado High School football. Poudre Fossil. Here's Mr. David Haase.
Ford has the green light from the referee in the far south end zone. Drives it straight up in the air. Just another pooch kick trying to make Fossil feel the ball. Ball is on the ground. And smartly falling on it. Taking, make sure he's got possession. It kind of got loose there for a second, but Christopher Bauerfein just got everybody excited for a moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough spot to be in. That ball, that was a nicely done, just a hanging kick by Ford there. But we'll come out and see what Fossil's going to do on offense. They had moments against Rocky last week, but had so many short circuits. And you can't beat yourself in this game. There's too good a competition across in the blue jerseys. So Tanner Hoke opening quarterback trips to the top side of your screen. High snap, fakes it. Quick bump pass on the outside.
And if you're Poudre, if you're the coaching staff with Poudre, I think the big thing you've got to be most concerned about is taking Fossil Ridge lightly. They've still got some playmakers.
Oh, yeah.
Hoke's got a heck of an arm. We saw him
it's a good
really
start there.
Fire some great passes. So you got to stay focused if you're Poudre.
Pass to predict. Got about 8, maybe 7.5 yards there on first down. Good start. Low snap. They had snap issues last week, too.
And
they're going to be 15 on that one. That's an inadvertent grab on that face mask. An easy one to see from up here.
I was going to say, we saw it, so.
Side judge had no problem there. So that'll certainly be more than enough for first down yardage. So the face mask will move it out close to midfield to the 48-yard line. And, momentum is a funny thing. If you can get it, if you're the SaberCast tonight, you need some good things to happen. They've already had a high snap and a low snap. I mean, those are the things that they stopped themselves with occasionally last week, and you got to clean that up. Just got to be a little bit better on the small things and let the talent come through. So 1st and 10, 48 now. Once again, the bubble screen, the outside of Burdick makes one man miss, gets upfield, ball's on the ground though, picked up by Poudre. He's still on his feet. You can see the helmet go right underneath, and it kicked the ball straight out. There's a flag on the far side too, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here.
Yeah, and that Fossil Ridge absolutely cannot make mistakes like that and expect to stay in this
Flag's
football
been picked
game.
up, so referee said no call on the play. 1st and 10, like I say, you want to stay away from the bad things happening, and that's a tough way to start it out.
Well, especially when you get a free 15. You had a couple of nice pass plays and for short yardage, and you never know when one of those is going to break open.
So a very potent offense coming out there in those blue jerseys. Troy McFadden pulls the trigger at quarterback, but boy, you've got 176 yards a game average for 3 games, and JT Erickson behind him, the senior. He's a load. We've seen inside, outside. He can take it the distance, though, from anywhere on the field.
And Fossil Ridge is going to see a steady diet of him.
He goes right off the left side. Stacked up, gain of a couple, maybe 3. And we have a flag down on the field over there now. So holding on that left outside. Try to get some of those linemen here a little quick on that last time as he come through. But for Poudre tonight, 54 Weston Mayer, 57 Tyler Cornell. Tyler Stillwagon, 64, 72 Cole Young, 77 Zach Stinnett. The big guys up front, there'll be people moving in and out of there too. Some of those guys will play both ways. Beautiful night here at French Field. Thanks for tuning in to Streaming Sports. Fossil Ridge in the 30 front there. Guys going around the corner. McFadden's got a chance to throw it downfield. Hits his man wide open on the curl. Goes forward and gains it past the 40-yard line.
McFadden rolls out to the right, hits his man who's wide open.
Yep.
Giving him lots of space and playing behind him.
Rask, I'll tell you what, just contrast to what we saw last night for the young quarterback from Greeley West. McFadden that time on the rollout, turned, got his shoulders and his hips going downfield. So much easier to be on target.
And he zipped that ball, too.
Yeah, there's more of a threat there. It's 1st and 10, Paula's 36-yard line. Give to Erickson off the left side. Nice job, Fossil Ridge, just getting right up to his legs. You've got to do that to the big guys.
Well, and if you're Fossil Ridge, that's the first thing you've got to do is you've got to stop Erickson to have any chance.
Yeah, Casey Knudsen on the tackle. But you know what? He's going to keep getting the ball if you no other way that usually works.
Yeah, he is.
If you can keep him under three yards or better, you've got a good night. Burnham moves over to the left side. Erickson back up middle field, just pile moving down, gain of about 4 to 5, brings up about 3rd and 3.
That's a pretty good scouting there by Fossil Ridge. We've how many times have we seen Erickson break that back and,
you're exactly
go a
right.
long ways.
Some of the big guys up front there too. We try to give everybody that credit. You looking down at the Fossil Ridge up front guys. Nico Padilla, 65 there. You'll see several of the guys. Garrett Vreeland, John Bauerfein. Those guys on defense. Big night tonight. 3rd for McFadden to throw. He's going to throw the fade down sideline. He's got a man wide open. If it's inside, it is touchdown. What a throw from McFadden and a great catch by Josiah Stribling, the junior. Quarterback was just on an island, Randy. It's something again, but a great throw. The only person that had a chance at it was Stribling, and he hauled it in.
Boy, he had great touch on that. One thing we can say about McFadden, he's going to look better every week coming off that ACL surgery.
Rhythm back, you're right. So in 4 plays, taking the end zone, McFadden to Stribling, PAT, Leal on the hold. 4 to the kick, it's up and good.
You know, we talked a little bit about when we drove in to do this game, there's a party going on out there in the parking lot for these Poudre fans, and this booster club has supported this team impeccably.
Oh, hats off,
The band is going. They got everything going for them right now here at Poudre High School.
Tailgating out there, all kinds of food going around there. It was hard to drive by.
But let me tell you, and if you can get across there, the student section of Fossil Ridge has shown up tonight.
Yeah, they have.
That is a great job over there, guys. So,
yeah, big crowd here. I think people still trickling in. Great night for football. Now a chance for Fossil Ridge to answer. They had to play in a couple passes. The controlled completions, but got to see if they can get that rhythm back.
Your first drive completion is a completion, you know. Especially when you're the kind of underdog that Fossil Ridge is in this game.
So Jones and Burdick back deep at the 10-yard line. Ford again to kick last time. Just did the high lob pooch kick down around the 30. This will be taken about the 14-yard line. Burdick makes one cut. Swallowed up in a sea of blue jerseys about the 26-yard line.
You know, I think if he keeps going wide, that he's got some space to run.
Yeah, you see that first cut, you'll generally try to get up and take it, but that one.
Everybody was bunched in the middle, and easy to see from up here. Not so easy to see from down there.
Different thing when there's live bullets flying by you. So 1st and 10, Sabercats back out. Same set, 2 twin receivers top, tight slot right. Knudsen steps inside. Every time they've done that, it's been the draw play or the pass play. You got one back threat back there. Nice run off the right tackle. Gain of about 4. Fossil Ridge in a little bit of a hurry-up mode. Play being changed to the line of scrimmage. You see that so often now here in high school, and you stop the defense from substituting, then you can just change plays you get up there. Takes a little bit of concentration, though. All those linemen have had their hand on the ground, and the back judges started to count. Fossil Ridge is going to have to be in a hurry. Bad snap low. Coots is just going to pick it up, and he's going to have to go nowhere. And loses maybe a yard or so. Pretty good just to lose a yard.
So that's a good point for you. That center sitting there for how many seconds?
10 to 12 seconds minimum.
Yeah, you know, and it's hard to focus. You're in a funny position.
Yep.
All of a sudden now you got to make a good snap. So Fossil Ridge needs to be more sure of themselves here.
So 3rd and 9 now. Blitz coming from the Impalas, bringing the mixed man up the middle. Hope going to be corralled.
And the one thing we've said about Poudre is they're not a single-faceted team. They've got a good defense. They've got a good offense.
Yeah, well, like I said, the extra guy had to be picked up by the back. That let number 53 for the Impalas just pretty much come unattached there. And Will McBride, the junior, throws down Hope for about a 7-yard loss. So backwards on 2 plays in a row, and they're going to have to punt. Twin safeties back. Decent punt's going to get near midfield. Big bounce for the SaberCats. Picked up by Leal, though. He changed directions 4 times and didn't go a yard forward.
Yeah, he did.
You've got to honor his abilities to change directions and go. We've seen him break more plays, being patient like that. Nice job on the SaberCats getting downfield and containing, and maybe just a yard or so on the return. But once again, ball near midfield to start the drive. Defenders up there for Fossil Ridge in the middle. Eric Spain, number 61, 53, Garrett Vreeland. 46, Bauer Fine, as we talked about before. 39, Chris Bauer Fine. Craving, 17, Riley Jones, 20 as your safety. 14, Nathan Meyer. Wrestler, number 8, and Caden Dollar, as freshman, number 9. And a big sack there coming across the left side. Great job on the rush that time. I think he was tackled.
Number 60, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was brought down by Johnson out there. Yeah, Hunter Johnson, the sophomore. Just a big bull rush. I mean, he had inside-outside help. McFadden really had nowhere to go. I think they were trying to hit the home run right there on the first play, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they believe they can probably do that when they want to.
Loss of 8. Quarterback run by McFadden upfield. Just tripped up. Gains back to the original line of scrimmage.
And what you're looking at Poudre, so far they're not really doing what they've been doing in the past, which is, Erickson right, Erickson left.
Yeah. I think we'll still see it later this game, but right now they're trying to make maybe some of those backers keying on Erickson, use him a bit as a decoy for the first few plays.
Exact same play before.
Come back pass, long first down catch. Drives the defensive back deep and then just turns around and comes back on it.
Folks, that play is not as easy as they just made that look, is it?
Nope, that was Raska again. Knutson on the tackle. So 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line going in.
Single coverage over there with
they got try to get the safety out the top, but tight end shifts on the side again. Get Erickson straight up the middle. I'll tell you what, they are keying on it. They came right after him. Does a nice job of just getting to him right away. Tackled by number 60 Johnson.
Fossil Ridge is a little bigger up front than a lot of years they've come to the table.
Oh, yeah. Size is not an issue there, that's for sure. Graham West out there, another 62 defensive lineman. I would say they're playing solid right now against one of the best backs in the state, Erickson. No gain on first down. McFadden fade pass down. He's got him open again. This time Striblin just goes up in the air. That's just a tall receiver and a small defensive back. It's not a match that you want to have. And with no safety help in the time there, it's you're going to have to help him out. He's all by himself on an island out there, and he's got a guy that's probably 5 to 6 inches taller. And McFadden, again, just put the ball up in the air and let your athlete go make a play.
Very impressive throw. And the thing about it is you got a speedster on the left they haven't even looked at yet.
Well, that'll happen. But it's such a mismatch there.
Leo more of a speed guy.
Good way to tell you got man or zone coverage. Erickson fakes there. Oh, that time was just a great throw going to his left. Catch. I ain't going to call it down, just short. I didn't see the lineman. They call it incomplete. All right. I thought he had the catch. Tough for us to see going away. McFadden quickly rolled to his left and threw a little side armor there. Tougher for him with that knee brace on, Randy, as we talked about. Going to his left, it's tough to get your hips around when that knee won't pivot. He didn't miss it by much. So 2nd and goal to go. 3:38 left here in the first. Poudre leading 7-0, driving again. Still in the pistol formation. Leo coming all the way across in motion. Faked it, got a man wide open to him. He had a choice there. Sometimes you're too open.
Yeah, well, he tried to catch that way up in the air instead of letting it come down to him. And it was almost like a basketball rebound.
Exactly. Well, yeah, no, it was a great play flake there. I liked how Poudre set that up. Both guys were wide open. The back coming through and certainly the tight end. And
the thing about it, you only call that maybe once or twice a game. So when you don't get the score on it,
you come back
cat's out of the bag now, kind of.
You come back to home and say, I won't do that again. So 3rd and goal now brings up pretty obvious passing down. Which, of course, means they pull it and run it outside. McFadden, though, just can't get away. Nice job of getting upfield that time. 21 for the SaberCats. Nice job, Stephen McNeil, the defensive back, number 11.
Actually, I think it was 31, maybe.
Was it 31?
Novak.
Little far away over there, and they can't hear the address system.
Good close-up there by Abby.
So McFadden will be doing the field goal kicking. A good snap and hold. Ball's driven straight through the uprights. So coming away with points is Poudre, not what they wanted, but still 10-0 lead. And the SaberCats did dodge a bullet. So we'll be back after this message. You're watching Stream at Forks.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
See the young lady we were talking about last night, the
very talented baton twirler down there. We've got a lot of talented people in the stands too, just not on the field to play. We always talk about how those hours of work and practice that not only the band, the cheer squad, the dance squad, everybody brings it to the table on Friday nights, don't they?
Yes, they do. And
forward to kick off again.
Poudre coming out passing a little more than they normally do.
Well, it's probably a little bit of trying to round their game up. I think we'll see, now you got a 10-0 lead. Chance to have a much bigger play by Erickson now.
We know these pre-conference games, a lot of times stats get piled up pretty good, and you get in the conference games. And
good return up the middle.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Burdick breaks it up the left hash and past the 30-yard line, so nice to bring it through, but Foster has got to find some consistency on offense now.
Yeah, they need to run a quick slant or something across the middle just to
stretch somebody down.
Yeah.
Offense is looking, like I say, when you got 1 touchdown on the board in 2 games. You just need something good to happen.
And they were close last week to scoring a couple times. And
pass out to the flat, caught by Murphy out there, slip tackle, gets by, it's a foot race down the sideline, across midfield, now near the 40-yard line to Poudre.
Well, he's the athlete they have right now, and so they really should be, I'd just be looking at him every play, to be honest with you.
I'd wear him out.
Yeah, I would. In high school, you've got players who, played with you earlier in their career, and then they go to another sport, and Fossil Ridge has been the victim of some of that. Oh. Hello.
Yeah, that was a pretty big pop there. Quick on the toss, sweep to the left side, toss out number 6, Ryan Bajek, the sophomore. Knudsen to be back in now, just a rotation of running backs.
And every school has it. Every school has players who, thrived in their sophomore year or something like that, but they decide to play another sport.
Or just stick to one, unfortunately, so often the case.
And offsides. Or.
Well, I'm going to. Tied in near our side. He didn't have his hand down, so he can't stand up and look. So that was not a penalty. A little bit easier to see on this side of the field, but the actual infraction is encroachment. So
But
about a 6-yard penalty.
One of the things I really respect about Troy McFadden is he's a 3-sport, probably one of the best athletes in town.
Yep.
And he's a 3-sport guy, and he's wears that proudly.
So ball now after the penalty inside near the 37-yard line of the Impalas. Hoke back to throw. See the slant. Ball's knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
And
that's
if you
part of the problem is sitting there on a long developing pass play, just doesn't have the release point.
And if you don't know anything about Tanner Hoke and haven't watched him, he is short of stature, but he has a cannon attached to his.
Right, yeah, he's got that thunderbolt there. Just got to find that lane. Sometimes I think moving the pocket with him is almost a little better deal. So 3rd and 4 now. Need to get down to the 33-yard line. Knudsen flank to the left side now. Usually that's a inside shuffle pass. Going forward, nice shaking
and gets
a couple
the first
tackles.
down. 46.
Yep, good little inside play there. Sean Bauerfein, the junior. I like the play call, Randy, too. You've got to have some different looks. They can't all come from backfield 5 yards deep, everything. You need to have those linebackers be true to another play, another look. They have to stay to their keys.
Yeah, because right now the linebackers are just, they're clogging up the middle. They can't even really throw anything in the middle right now.
So 1st and 10, SaberCats. Fake the jet sweep. Little flare pass out. Knudsen turned and caught it just as he's looking. That was a pretty good catch. And what I like about that is Hoke said, okay, I'm going to get you the ball before you get going too far. But Knudsen timely looked.
Yeah, he did. Not really any blocking out there. I think
that's just a stretch.
More of a,
just a stretch play.
We'll try to get 5 out of this.
And it worked. Well, and you've got to show some diversity. That's just been lacking in this offense. And those are the kind of plays right there. You're going to have that linebacker. He's got to stay a little wider. He's got to honor that. So another 2nd and 5. SaberCats blitz coming. Hook wheels, it's outside, throws it wide. Nice job of coverage. Oh my.
That wasn't catchable even.
No. And he didn't have a very good view of that.
No, he didn't.
That's,
and the guy 4 foot from him did, and didn't throw a flag.
We can see the gap up here, unless he saw it well before they made the break, because there was a significant gap between the two bodies.
Unless he held him before he went into his break, that would be the.
Yep.
We'll see.
Once again, our opinion is just that. Just an opinion.
That's just our opinion, and while we were jacking our jaws, we didn't see what they actually called. So.
Well, it's going to be the pass interference first on automatically, so it brings them down inside the 14-yard line, just inside the 14.
I think it looked more dramatic than it was.
Yeah.
They both dove for the
ball.
But
right now, Fossil Ridge, whatever it takes.
Yeah, they've got to come away with points.
They got to have points here. Fake again. Hoke looking up the middle, scrambles to his left. Nice job accelerating upfield. Gets downside the 10. Good run.
Well, you know, Fossil Ridge, it's their third game, have not scored much. You start rooting for them a little bit to get in the end zone, because these are young men out here trying their hardest, and they're doing their very best that they can.
Well, as you said against Rocky, in their first quarter, they got down to this spot here, and they forego the field goal. Knutson on the carry, breaks the outside. Solid tackle by Stribling, though. Might have gained a yard or so, brings up third and about 3. They can get a first down inside the 3-yard line.
Or Nebraska, that's a yard.
Yep. Trying to lean across here and see the far end zone, and it's like, oh, I think thought he got across the 5-yard line, but not quite.
He might have a favorable thing right there, and he threw behind him.
That's a pickoff. It's going to be a 90-yard touchdown interception return. Basically, Randy, there, the receiver just cut across a little quicker than Hoke expected him, and the ball went through it. Just threw a line right by him. Nebraska sitting there. He just took the gift, and for about 95, 96 yards to the house the other way. Nobody had a chance to catch him. He's got good speed anyway, but you or I might have scored there.
You can see it because it was right on the line with where we're sitting, and he just threw it behind. Yeah. He had probably a touchdown if he leads his receiver there, and that pretty much epitomizes Fossil Ridge's season so far right there.
Ford on the kick is up and good, so 17-0 now. Poudre. The Gators, a decent drive, had a couple penalties helping through there, but that's just deflating. We'll see how these kids come back after that. But, it was just a straight slant play. Receiver cut in, and just the timing was off. And Nebraska thank you. And he knew what to do with it.
I don't even think he had to move.
No, that was almost self-defense.
Murphy made a good move, which, he ran right by. And so really he was beat, but the pass was behind him, so Nebraska was able to. So he'll say thank you. I'll tell you what, that Poudre band is sounding really good this year. Everything sounds better when you're 3-0, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Again, I'm really impressed with the Fossil Ridge student section over there. And, you really don't remember the wins and losses after a few years, which they don't know, but you do remember the good time you had going to the football game.
That's part of the Friday night experience. There's nothing else like high school football. Poudre still in the bunch formation, Ford to kick.
And we knew this year that Fossil Ridge was in kind of a mini rebuilding.
Well, they got a lot of young kids. When you have a dominant senior team last year, kind of what Poudre does this year, every school goes through those phases. So they break their huddle. Ford back this time is going to take the left side, just kind of pooch in the air. It's going to hit the ground. Someone's going to come up and get that ball. Jones does, and he's hit just immediately about the 23-yard line. Yeah, you can't let that ball bounce, and just takes too much time, and he has to, that short kick like that, Jones got to lower his eyes, get the ball and look up, and he had nowhere to go by the time he did. Yeah, I like that style of kick, and you got to start adjusting for it. Someone's going to catch that on the run, though, because the ball is certainly not going to get to the end zone. I think they've got to start cheating up and making them kick it deep. If you look across the way and the kicker's only taking 3 or 4 steps, you're going to have to be some kind of kicker to kick it past the 10-yard line, don't you think?
Yeah, and we had a quarter change there, and it
quickly, yeah.
It was a quick one because it landed on the
change of possession.
On the touchdown.
Yeah.
So we're in the second quarter now, folks.
Jet sweep fake this time. Knutson out the left side, got the edge. Going to be stacked up after 2 or 3 yards.
you know, and if you're the Fossil Ridge quarterback, you just got to come out and just keep winging it, man.
Yeah. Well, part of you need to get your defense off the field. You need to you need to develop a little bit of a balanced offense. Give yourself a chance out there. Snap fake, give to Knutson. And he swallowed up.
And so far, the running game, they just don't have any momentum when they get the ball. So they're kind of standing still. And unless you've got Barry Sanders or somebody who can go from standing still to a cut, that doesn't work too good.
Yep. Yeah, Friedland up there along with 44. Castell making it tough. And a run fake that time, and that ball was just, I don't know. He did grab him, but that ball was 15 yards over his head. So they're going to catch a break there.
I thought it was an inadvertent trip.
Well, now did
he grab him a little bit?
He started to go by him, and the ball was in the air, and the safety says, I'm going to grab you. The ball was well by him, but he didn't have a chance to go for it.
Maybe that's not a thing in high school.
He impeded his pattern, best way to say it. So spot foul from the line of scrimmage, brought up now 1st and 10. So Fossil's got their third first down on a penalty now. They got to take advantage of something here. Ball in their own 44. Hook back to throw again. Fires over the middle high, hits Simpson. Big fella bounces downfield inside the 40. Nice catch. You know what I like what he did too, Randy? Secured it.
Yeah, he did, and we were just talking about Kevin to one of the coaches here at Fossil Ridge. Nobody plays harder than Kevin Simpson.
Yeah.
And he has switched, gotten a little quicker, and is able to play tight end now as well. He's been a lineman.
That was a nice pattern, and Hoke hit him right on the hands.
2 seniors there.
Blitz coming from Poudre. Good read, ball out of his hands. I think he hit Riley Jones on the far sideline there.
And really, you'd
now
like to see
Murphy, 37.
You'd like to see these seniors really step up and do something. They may be overmatched, but they can come up and they can compete.
Well, Fossil's now playing a little bit of urgency. Obviously, they're starting to throw pretty much every play, and it's still early in this game. It's early second quarter. They trail 17-0. One on a defensive score. Fake the run to the toss outside. Head straight up the middle. Hoke.
I think he's got the first down.
Very close to it.
I believe he got it. See the spot. Yep, they call it.
Yep. Tackle down there by Weston Mayer, all along with number 59, Archuleta. 44 also heavy in there, too. Michael Scott can say they're trying to make piles there. They're also bringing their linebackers. But it's just a great read by Hook. Again, quarterback.
And boy, he will stick his nose right in there, won't he?
Yeah, there was just a straight quarterback run. That was basically an isolation play with an extra blocking back. Knutson led him right through the hole. Finch on the stop.
Tanner Hoke's probably, 5'7"?
Yeah, right in there.
140.
Oh, no, I bet he's closer to 150, 60.
150,
thick,
60 now.
Strong build, but you're not going to take that kind of pounding a lot. He's more valuable handing it and throwing it. They've got to spread that around. Knutson behind him in the pistol. Receivers this way, but a timeout's going to be taken by Fossil Ridge, so they're on the drive. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching Stream of Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
See the Poudre cheer squad there as they're dancing to the drum, beat of the drum line. Drum line is very active tonight.
Well, a great night here at Frenchfield. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors, Schrader Oil, First Bank, and Pedersen Toyota. If you do any business with any of those people, tell them thanks for us. Thanks for having sponsorship of high school athletics here locally. So a huge couple set of plays going to Randy. They want to keep this going. They need to get some points. 2nd and 7 fakes. Hook looking downfield. Fires it deep on the slant, and nice coverage, bracketed pretty well. Committed to that throw early, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and wasn't really open.
Nope. Flag on the play, so clock will stop.
You know, you hear about quarterbacks.
Eligible man downfield on Fossil Ridge.
You hear about quarterbacks on Sunday. You're talking about, going down their progressions of the reads and stuff.
Yep.
And even some quarterbacks on Sunday don't do that very well. But in high school, sometimes they get their eyes fixed on one target.
Yep. So the penalty is accepted. 5 yards from an eligible man downfield. Puts it back to get 2nd down over again. 2nd and 13. Burdick here wide right, the bottom of your screen. Murphy up at the top. Inside slot here, and this is Bauerfein 46. Straight slot pattern outside of Burdick. Good throw and catch. Still looking to go forward. Got to get the ball put away. He lost it.
Third turnover for Fossil Ridge.
Trying to make something happen. Just trying to do the extra thing when you start pressing. Young man, great catch, turnaround ran, but secure the ball, and he's trying to jump through in traffic, and someone just poked it out, and you can see right away everybody went looking for it, but there's way too many blue shirts.
One thing they did do is they kept the ball and gave the defense a little rest, but I'm not sure.
Well,
they need points more than they need rest.
Yeah. Kind of a hollow win right there, unfortunately. So the power formation, give to Erickson around the left side, breaks it out in the middle. Nice job, good tackle. I thought he was going to be able to step away from that. Good job of wrapping up there.
Well, Hunter Johnson's having a heck of a first half, isn't he?
Well, he's sticking his nose in there, the sophomore. That's about the 5th or 6th tackle he's made. And you're going to have to play that way up front if you're going to play against Erickson there. Nico Padilla getting there too, and Graham West. The big boys in the middle got to keep making plays.
Because if he gets out in that secondary, they're not going to bring him down.
Time Erickson goes to the left side, steps out of bounds. I thought the official was about to wave him down. So that carry, though, good for about 10 yards and a first down.
And Mr. Erickson is a volume carrier, isn't he? He's a volume runner. He's going to get better as he...
I agree. Completely agree. Some guys, you get the ball 5 or 6 times, they're better off if carries 15 through 20.
Yeah, he wears you down. He big 6'1", isn't that? 5'11", I can't remember. But
and all of that 195 to 200 range.
203, I believe. 5'11", 200 pounds.
He's trying to skip a little too far to the outside. Does make the edge. Cuts upfield. Great balance. I'll tell you what, he stuck that left foot in the turf. And a lot of backs, Randy, can't make that strong a cut.
Yeah, I've seen that called in the NFL many times. You stand over somebody and look at them.
Oh, so, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. They let it go. And
wrong bench.
Yeah. I like that.
Another 1st and 10. Put her back on the move. Fossil needing a stop. Trailing 17-0. Give to the fullback this time. The up man drags people forward. Gain of about 4.
And this is what we call in the business peppering the defense right now. You know,
7.5 to play here in the first half. Like I say, you tackled by Jones from the safety position, and need to have some kind of play, a defensive score, defensive play made here. Get the ball back for their offense. Provide that spark. McFadden pulls it back on the keeper. The read option up the middle. Gain about 5. Smartly goes down. Bring up 3rd and short. I don't know how many signals you have to come from the sideline and say, give it to 32.
Yeah, I think just 3-2.
Fossil's got their linebackers all at about 5 yards. We're going to see if they start creeping up. And Randy, right now, it's 3rd and short. Fake. McFadden cuts upfield, first down yardage. But if the option game, if they keep playing it, if he steps forward like that, he kicks the ball out, then that's the option play. Erickson might have had a foot race to the end zone.
Well, and it's almost like they're setting them up.
It'll come. Yeah, I'm protective of quarterbacks in that way, especially one who's had the injury that McFadden had last year. I want him around for all the games this year.
Well, and you know, they're starting to get some buzz. We heard from Marty Cesario over at the Windsor game halftime. They're starting to get a little buzz in the Denver market now, which, you know, we all know is.
This time he does pitch it out, but a little slow on the pitch. And a nice job coming up for the SaberCats. Number 31 had his outside option, Nathan Novak, the sophomore. That's the way you play it.
Couldn't play it better, could you?
Yep. Well, you're pitching into the short side of the field. Ball's on the left hash. You option left hash. There's just not a lot of room there. And Erickson, you know, didn't catch it cleanly. Novak came out and put a good pop on him. So loss of about 1.5 yards on the play.
Novak's having himself a nice little half, too.
Well, they've been out there a while.
Yeah, they have.
They've had opportunities.
They've definitely had opportunities.
Clock running, 5:20 left here in the half to play. Stribling in motion, right side, and rolls. But, you know what, nice job of getting upfield. And really, number 60 again for Fossil Ridge, got outside Johnson. Hunter Johnson again, Randy. The sophomore is really playing big boy football.
He's doing a great job.
He stopped McFadden from the roll. He beat Erickson to the spots. Erickson could not take him and keep him hooked and to give McFadden a chance to roll around him. So the loss about 5 there.
You know, you take away the pick 6, you know,
10-0, yeah.
We're looking at a 10-3 game, you know, at least a field goal there.
Possibility, yep.
So Fossil Ridge has got to really feel pretty good about as they take their second timeout.
I like this timeout here, right, too, by Coach Biggers, because it's a big play to get your defense off the field. So timeout called by Fossil Ridge. We'll be back. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Oh.
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
Getting to see all the students partying here at French Field on the Poudre side.
Great night to be out cheering for your team. Huge play here for the Fossil defense, Randy. A chance to get off the field. McFadden looks downfield, looks in the middle, fires the Stribling over the top. What a catch.
Boy, he ate his Wheaties this week, didn't he?
Yeah, the ball was basically just put up for grabs. He's got the big receiver down there. That's you let him go make a play because he had the safety, 2 safeties behind him and the man underneath. And Stribling just went up at the highest point and took it away.
Stribling 6'3", 191.
Yep.
Just a junior.
Yeah, that's confidence in your receiver.
Went right down the middle.
Well, he had time to let the play go, too. Erickson tried to go on the left side, and there's the entire student body tackle. Nice job by the SaberCats there. I mean, they really keyed nicely on Erickson. He's probably got maybe 20, 25 yards tops.
Yeah, they have, again, it doesn't take much to break one, but so far, again, you take away, it's a lot closer game than 17-0 if you just watch the game.
So after the loss of about 4 on the play, brings up second about 14. Leal in motion, jet sweep to Leal going around the right side. You have a flag on the far side. Fossil again doing a nice job of coming sideways. Loss on the play. So if that's going to be a call against Poudre, they'll let that play stand.
And it is.
Procedure call. So they'll decline that. Nice job again. I tell you what, Fossil's flying around, you know, horizontally, doing a great job of keeping the edge. You've not been able to go wide on their defense tonight. So third and about 18. Another long third down play, and Poudre's going to take a timeout themselves. First one of the half for them. So with 3:05 left, they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one up here if you're watching Streaming Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Great shot there. There's our Twitter handles if you want to follow us for information. There's the Fossil Ridge student section, and they have definitely represented tonight. Come across from the 528.
Well, great night to come out and support your team. Both schools here in force, and you know what? They're still behind them, making a lot of noise over there. Big third down play. McFadden back to throw, being flushed in the pocket, gets away from one, turns, fires it downfield. You know, that's just a pretty good way to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, and you know he's holding that. We used to call that he's holding the ball like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's fortunate he didn't drop that ball in traffic.
Especially as you came across there, you're exactly right. But credit the Fossil defense there, stepping up. Apparently some issues on the routes there because there's some confusion with when you see quarterbacks, receivers giving each other the business.
Yeah. Well, I think they're a little frustrated. They're not moving the ball like they got two long passes, but they're not, pounding the ball like they normally do right now.
So they're going to go for it on fourth down. Certainly not a punting area and long field goal range. Stribling and Leal near side here. And a timeout's going to be taken. So, Randy, you've got another big play possibility here. Fossil trying to get out the field. Another attempt at a play downfield. Leal's not been in the passing game yet. Stribling has been all over the place. You just got to key on those two guys. I mean, there's just no way to say about it. They're bringing a lot of pressure. McFadden's not had a ton of time to throw. He did have the one pass. He stood back there, and he's got a presence in the pocket. You can't deny. He's fearless back there, but they've got to keep the pressure on him and make him move.
Talk a little bit about our game tomorrow. We got a Saturday matinee game. Number 10 Fairview coming to visit Rocky Mountain Lobos.
Coach McCartney from Fairview always has a prolific scoring squad. A lot of great players we've seen from there go all around the country. Excuse me. You think of Carlo Kemp just a couple years ago, now playing heavily at Michigan. So they've got a
quarterbacks
program
here in the last few years as well, playing around.
So fourth down, big play now. Both sides looking at it. I think they jumped. It's going to be a double pass. They're going to get that call. Stribling just hot. It's going to be picked off too. Well, you know what? It was a good decision by the safety to go ahead and just knock it down,
because
that's better than an interception and trying to run it back. Yeah, illegal motion. So Poudre had too many guys in motion, so the play's going to be negated anyway.
Boy, give that defensive back credit, because most guys would want to get the interception there.
When you see the sideline in front of you, it's tough to say, I'm just going to knock it down. I mean, either way,
he's got better
off the field.
Yeah, and they got better field position now. So
brought the ball back.
We'll
out,
give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh no, you can't. He got there and made a play. It was incomplete. Your offense got the ball. That's all good.
So there you see the Fossil offense.
So first and 10 now.
They have moved the ball.
Yeah, they just got to string all those plays together. They've got to get something in the end zone. There's only 2:49 left in the half. Plenty of time. Fake the give, the quick bubble pass the outside again to Burdick. One play upfield, and a nice job cutting around, gain of about 11.
He's got to hang on the ball.
Yeah, he made a spin move there, but then he tucked it back in. Knudsen on the back coming in the carry.
What Fossil does not have this year that they've had in the past, they don't have that breakaway speed runner of it, or receiver.
Mm-hmm. Somebody to take it down. Murphy's a great possession receiver. Not a lot of long plays. Fake by Hook going up the middle.
Nice fake.
Yeah, it's a good job because it makes that linebacker defensive end spread outside, and he just takes off. Gain of about 7. Clock still running, 2:17. They're getting right to the line. I like their urgency. They've got time to set up the play. Twins the top of your screen, near side. Single receiver. Toss out to Knutson the left side. Boy, they got right out on top of him. Oh, he slipped the tackle.
Got through him.
He was dead to rights to a loss of 3 or 4 yards. Tackled him inbounds. The clock is running.
Just lowered his head and got right through there,
Yeah, he just burst through it. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and short now for the SaberCats.
You got to play the play all the way through, don't you?
You certainly do. Twins on both sides. Tilly here near side, Burdick inside. Up on top, you got Simpson and Murphy. You can take 2 shots here if you want. The clock is running, though, under 1:24 now. They are going to try to take it downfield. Tilly, Kettle slant route, makes a man miss, gets the outside. Good comeback block. Yeah, they're going to call that a,
face mask?
Well, no, it's going to be a defenseless player block. So that'll be a personal foul call. Lots of hankies come out. The old crackback block, you just can't do that anymore. And it wasn't a huge killer shot, but players not seeing it coming. It's tough to tell a football player not to take a good pop at somebody. I know why they do it. You do it there. It wasn't just a decleater, wasn't in the ear.
I was going to say, I didn't even notice it. So.
Oh, yeah, he came right at it and led with the helmet, and they're going to call that every time now, unfortunately. So, penalty. Brings the ball back, makes it 3rd and about 8.
One of the better plays of the night for Fossil Ridge.
Yeah, it really
comes
was.
back.
Tilly made a nice catch and run there. Blitz coming. Right in the middle, missed him by once. Spun him around, though. Yeah, even though the blitz missed him, coming through there, kind of just threw the play out of whack, and the other defenders were there. So it's going to be 4th down. And if I'm Fossil Ridge, I like the idea to punt it here. Take your time, and well, any of the linemen knew that, though. Clock still running. 19. And a timeout's going to be taken by Fossil Ridge now, so they may think about whether or not they want to punt that still, but took the clock down as far as they could. So in left here in the half, 14 seconds, 17-0. As we say, Poudre's led. A couple things happened right away. A big touchdown pass to Stribling, a drive down, and followed up with a field goal. But then the pick 6 was the difference right now, and I kind of think the Poudre offense has kind of been on the cruise since then. They really haven't had the urgency, and you credit a lot of that to the front group of Fossil Ridge up there. Those guys are hitting, tackling all over the place, and they've really shut down one of the best running backs in the state.
They have up to now, but offensively, they've got a few holes in their foot because they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. And
that's been the story we've seen in the first 2 games too.
You know, they're going from 20 to 20 pretty good, but once they get down close, not able to put it in. So
the offense back on the field now. Twins to the top, single receiver near. Poudre just kind of dropping a screen back. They got 5 guys 10, 15 yards back, trying to put some pressure on. And we actually had a move. Timeout actually called. Okay, I didn't think they got that done in time. So I thought the receiver bolted. So a timeout. Referee's looking up here. He says, I want 6 seconds back on the clock. 13 seconds, excuse me.
So with that, we'll be back after this message. You're watching Stream of Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Back here, what should be the last play of the first half. Fossil Ridge on 4th and 6, ball near midfield.
Well, you'd think this play was going to be a game winner or difference in the game right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? you can't afford not to take every chance you got right now. Fossil just needs that spark. They need something good to happen. Hope certainly has the arm strength to get it downfield. As they're lining up right now, Poudre's only going to rush 3. Everybody's going to drop back. You let them catch it anywhere you want to catch them, as long as they catch it in front of you. And, you know, they've got 14 seconds on the clock. So, Randy, if you get the ball downfield, you got a chance to come up and line up and spike it if you get the completion done quickly.
Or if you get out of bounds.
Long out pattern there. That was a dangerous throw. Defensive back jumped on it pretty good. But he did make the first down, so it doesn't matter. Short of the yard to gain.
You're gonna spend all that time, and then you cut off 3 yards before the first down.
That was a really long throw.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Impalas with 9 seconds left to play.
Got to know where you're at on the field, don't you?
Well, and it's the little things, isn't it? They seem to be adding up.
Well, you know, we see all kinds of athletes in all kinds of sports, and, you know, self-awareness is one of the best gifts playing sports, knowing where you're at on the court, knowing the situation and all that.
Yeah,
and
got to see the sticks.
Not trying to get on the young man, but that's...
Well, that's one. That was just a long
If I was
throw,
coaching,
too.
I would be telling him the same thing.
I'm sure they did, yep. Draw play to Erickson. Spins away from the pack. Trying to get around the left side. Nice stiff arm. Heads upfield. Skips by another tackler. But tell you what, gained him about 12. He didn't want to go down.
No, and he was watching that clock run out, so...
Knew that was his last chance. So after 1.5 play here at French Field, city rivalry game tonight, Poudre leads 17-0 over Fossil Ridge. We'll be back.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I'm living right here behind Blevins over off the Drink and Tap. Yeah, I live right there off the Stewart. Yeah. Yep, with two of my buddies, so it's pretty sweet. This is our second year there right now, so good. So you get unlimited to Winter Park, Eldora, A-Basin, and one other one. And then you get like 7 to Keystone, 7 to here, 7 to Steamboat.
You don't get hurt, you make money.
Oh, basically, yeah. But the Winter Park pass, which I mean, you can like almost every weekend. That's where you go. I know early in the season at like Winter Park and stuff, it's Steamboat from 150. especially being in the mountain range.
I wouldn't want those.
No,
the only problem with doing it is you can hurt some of these people. CSU's got really good parents.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're back here after our halftime show. Hope you enjoyed the Poudre pep band.
What you hear is not just us. There's a big front coming through the front range right now. We got some rain and storms up to the north of it in Wyoming, but huge wind out of the north now. Temperatures dropping. Everybody's grabbing coats and hats and bundling up down below us.
But I don't think we're going to get any rain, and I think we're going to be able to get this in without. There's lightning to the north, but I think it's far north.
Yeah, we're okay.
Meteorologist David Haase looked on his
trusting the app.
Yeah, he called Kathy Sabin and
right to the source.
Yep, got exactly what he needed. So,
but it's certainly going to change the game right now. You know, it's after Fossil Ridge. You know, starting off, they're going to be kicking off to Poudre here. It's one of those things. Okay, the wind's really howling. It's going to be tough to throw. And that's been most of the offense so far for Fossil Ridge. Do you take the wind? they're gonna tell you which way you're gonna go, and some quarterbacks will say I want it right away. They want to make plays right away and close it down. Otherwise, some others will say I'd rather have it in the fourth quarter. But you've got to give the ball up, so they're going to have the wind at their back, kicking into Poudre. Poudre, like I say, we expected a little bit more scoring out of them. Credit the Fossil Ridge defense, and we're going to have to change some credit. Nothing to take away from a young man whose name is on the roster, but he is number 60 is actually Nathan Meyer, and an outstanding wrestler for Fossil Ridge too. And I also know Randy's got family back in Palmyra, Nebraska. I am very aware of that area, just a little bit east of Lincoln. If you're going to go to Missouri from Lincoln, you go through Palmyra.
All right.
Why anybody would want to go to Missouri, but that's another story.
Yeah. Well,
leave the great state of Nebraska, go to Missouri.
I think the Missourians might feel the same way about
that's
Nebraska.
Okay, either way. That's just right. Exactly. So we'll get that right the rest of the half, though. Number 60 is actually Nathan Meyer. Had a great first half, and he's needed to do it again here to hold them out. And Fossil Ridge's offense will be off the field to start. Poudre takes the ball deep into the end zone. No return there.
So this win definitely
favors
Poudre.
Yeah.
Because they've got the horse that can carry the ball.
Well, and as we talked about the first half, Fossil between the 20s and the 30s, they had some success moving back and forth, some timely penalties. Didn't really do too many things against themselves other than the unfortunate pick six when they're right down the goal line. And that was just a timing thing. And
also the crackback block down here. That was a huge one. They would have been down about the 30-yard line.
So McFadden back out now in the pistol formation. Erickson behind him, dribbling in motion. Give the ball to Erickson. The fake, actually, McFadden's coming around. And they're still going to keep. That's why I don't like that. I'm not going to question his toughness. Nobody can. But that right leg is the target, and you're buying that brace is going to keep holding him up. And
well, I know for a fact that's about a $1,000 brace too. So
yeah. Well, and it's still. They're just trying to put some diversity into the offense. They're trying to spread it out. They do a nice job of doing many different things with that offense. Gained about 6. I mean, Erickson's certainly been the focal point. I mean, the 3 down linemen for Fossil Ridge, I think Randy had a really good first half.
Yes, they did.
Erickson came off the left side. Nobody came up, completely unblocked. Right there, Caden Dollar, the freshman outside linebacker, just walked up on the line of scrimmage and walked right in the backfield. There was a missed assignment there.
Yeah.
And a strong tackle by the freshman. I'll tell you what, playing up as a freshman varsity certainly has the size to it, as you hear the wind really buffeting our crowd mic.
Yeah, we like to let you hear the crowd, but we can't get that mic up right now for the wind, so our apologies.
So 3rd and about 7 now, loss on the play. McFadden looks to his right, fires the ball, needs the wind. I think that might also got tipped. But that turned down, nose down right into the turf. I'll tell you right now, punter, this is going to be a big play here. You're going to be punting into a howling wind, and you're going to be punting for about your own 10-yard line.
And again, we talked about the only thing that, in our opinion, could keep this close is if Poudre kind of nonchalant it. And I'm not saying this isn't a lot Fossil Ridge
trying to get somebody back. The punt just goes up the wind, knocks down the 40, and it takes a Fossil bounce. I'll tell you, and I'm not sure, was that Zach Leal doing the punting?
I didn't even see, but it.
It got off his foot okay, but I don't know if that was Leal or if that was actually number 8. It's kind of hard to tell there, but I think that was Taranga, the backup quarterback.
And Fossil Ridge feeling pretty good about themselves right now, coming out.
You got to take advantage of this. Here's your time. You got the short field. You're on the 41-yard line. You got that huge wind behind you. You can play on this half the field, but you need 6 points. Trips to the top of your screen. Single receiver near is Murphy. Ball on the ground. Hoke has to pick it up, and he's going to be met. Tackled for a loss. I think he was kind of taking off a little bit of a low snap, but he was also trying to take off and run at the same time. They're trying to run that. Basically, it's an isolation play. So 2nd and about 13 now. Play still coming in. You still see how Poudre basically still trying to play the run. Man outside, twin safeties over the top, so that slot receiver, now the safety's kind of walking up on him. Fossil keeps shifting the running back. High snap, fakes it to Murphy, and he's got nobody to throw to. Fossil had, the timing on the play was just a little bit of a high snap. The jet sweep, everything just kind of went wrong.
Fake wasn't really a fake. It was 2 feet away.
Yeah,
so.
they tried to stop him there. Nobody had to honor that look at all. And here come Poudre right up the middle, taking advantage of it, just driving him in a loss of about 13. So after forcing a punt, Poudre's gone into a defense mode, taking advantage of a couple miscues. Fossil Ridge is backed up. They need to get to their 31-yard line. So they need to gain about 25 yards.
3rd and Loveland.
Yeah. Ode to the Godfather with that call. Snap there. Nobody was ready for the snap.
You come out of halftime and you would hope that you just spent 15 minutes talking through what you want to do.
Well, Coach Bigelow did take a timeout right there, and he's going to get guys under center over there, under the sideline, and talk about it a little bit. Let's get ready for this 3rd down play. So the timeout down the field, we'll take 1-2. You're watching Stream at Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Oh.
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
The good thing about this wind is that it's warm. And so if this is happening in end of October, and it's about 30 degrees, you're talking about a very uncomfortable situation.
Boy, it would be very different. You're exactly right. So big play here now. Fossil got a chance to keep Poudre pinned down there, but they want to have some positive yards here. Picked off. Threw into a 4-man coverage there and nowhere really to go with the ball. And for the second time tonight, Raskin comes up and makes the pick on the backside, and that's a flipper, isn't it?
Yeah, and, probably 80% of the team knew what they were going to run right there.
Well, it was a single receiver on that side trying to go and do the isolation there in the comeback route, fired it in there, but easily read and jumped. So the turnover, first one of the second half, goes for Poudre. As we talk about people we know watching in Palmyra, we know people watching in Tuscaloosa tonight, Randy. Muffleys are down there. Rocky Mountain High grad. Mary is graduating this coming spring from Alabama. They're going down to support the Rams, but they still want to watch Poudre sports. Erickson to the left side. He's got the edge this time. Heading upfield. Skips around a couple tacklers. Dragging bodies inside the 40. If you get that train on the tracks, it's going to be over soon. Gain of about 14. Bauer find on the tackle for the SaberCats. So 1st and 10 now. Poudre trying to see if they can get a spark on their offense too, because the Fossil Ridge did a nice job in that late second quarter, shutting him down.
Nice
Once again,
play.
gets right up to the legs there. Number 54, who had guys draped all over him for the SaberCats, gets underneath, and that's Garrett Brown.
Well, that's how you have to tackle Erickson. You got to get low on him.
Yeah, you're not going to want to piece those numbers. No, he's big fella and moves well, great lean. He plays behind his pads. That's what coaches want to see running backs do. They get low and leaning forward, and just like I said, got right underneath there, rooted him out, lost about a yard.
They say guys like him run downhill, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Twins split both sides. Leal in motion again. Erickson takes a snap, goes around left side, he's got the edge, just still have to look for people to take him. And down inside the 20. And a nice job by the defensive back down there, Riley Jones.
Yeah, he said Ride and pony, didn't he?
Yeah. You're going to go for ride. I was either Nathan Novak or Riley Jones on the play there.
It was Riley Jones there at the end that ended up going out of bounds with him. But
you're not going to make a play. You got to use the out of bounds has got to be your teammate there. You got he's going to get a couple more yards, but you can't miss there, and that's just a good smart play by the safety.
Well, I love the way he bounced out. You know, there was nothing in the middle. He's fast enough, quick enough, and he's got great sight, and he just bounced outside.
Turns around, gets his numbers straight downfield again. So 1st and 10, gaining about 20. Snap, fake again. Nope, go around left side. Erickson, one man's beat. Turns inside, gets out of a tackle. You know, he got.
He's getting that axle greased up now, isn't he?
Well, and the Fossil had it. They had a man on him, and they just that's experience and inexperience right there in the same play. So 1st and goal, Erickson pretty much taking the ball downfield by himself. Think they'll give it to him again? Straight up the middle, same play left side. He's going to walk into the end zone. Actually, he's going to hurdle in the end zone.
Well, he had two options, didn't he? And I think the defenders.
That's the less painful one for somebody.
I think the defender's happy that he took that one because there was a defender standing right on the goal line. He could have just lowered his head and.
Yep. Well, I didn't. For a second there, I didn't know you could hurdle in high school because he literally did.
Yeah, he went right over him, but again, had two choices. And
showing a little bit more athleticism every game. Boy, I tell you what a run. Out of that, about 70 yards there. Actually, more like 60 because they got the ball just near midfield. But he had most of it. Snap, the kick is up and good. So 7:49 left here in the third, now 24-0. We'll see what we're going to have from the Fossil offense, Randy. They just need to find some continuity. They seem to have one or two steps forward, then something cataclysmic's happened each time. You know, a big loss on a play, timing's off.
There's no country song says 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, and I'm afraid
nobody gets too far like that.
And very much been the issue here. Well, I'll tell you, and they're going to be kicking into this wind. Although it seems to have died down, it's still kind of gusty here because you look at the tape on both the uprights, it's hanging down more than really striped out like it was 10 minutes ago. So maybe that front went through. We've got an umbrella right down in front of us here that decided to invert itself. Some folks are having a good time with that. I think they're about to give up on it.
I tell you what, that Fossil student section over there, they're having a good time tonight. And, you know.
Why not?
Good for them. But as most teenagers do, underdressed for the changing weather.
Well, all the high schools here locally pick a theme night, and judging by the cowboy hats and some of the attire I see over there, they're going with the Western theme.
And usually they do that against Poudre.
Yeah, and Poudre's, I see
a little
tonight,
more of the rural.
They're doing the preppy thing.
Yeah, and a little more of the rural school.
Well, they pull from Wellington and up north there, too. I tell you what, if you're picking a football team, give me some of them country boys.
Yeah, no, they're.
Line drive kick that time. Oh, just gathered and goes right down on it.
Good job there by 55.
Well, you know,
give him a shout out here.
Don't make a mistake there and just get it in there. Brandon McGaffin, the sophomore linebacker. And I like that idea of not kicking it up in the air. Although if you kick the ball up in the air, one of those pooch kicks, we've seen now, it might stay up there a while.
Yeah, and it could be a weird.
Make a very interesting play because you get a couple of steps out of that. But either way, they just drive it downfield.
Kick, huh?
Well, Fossil back on the field. Hoke going to be back behind with Knutson behind him in the pistol. And we just need to see something happen for these SaberCats. It's getting along where it's almost going to get in your head as a player. Fake the give and just a quarterback isolation. He's going to be mobbed near the line of scrimmage.
Well, and, the reason that play is it's okay occasionally, but he's just not big enough that he's going to make people miss. And, last year we saw that the quarterback run that. Well, he was 6'3", 240, and so he could make people miss. That's not his game.
Yeah, he was a bulldozer.
Yeah, he's the one who controlled who was getting hit last year, and Hoke is just not going to do that.
Well, I want to make a living out of it too. Cuts back upfield in the fake pitch.
And as soon as we say that,
well, that's a little bit more of a play. You get out of traffic there, fake the pitch, and the linebacker widens out and he cuts up, and that's been a far more successful play. Actually gets running, gets a chance to get on the move. So brings up 3rd and short, and a first down would be just what the doctor ordered for the SaberCat offense. And they're going to get one.
There's your first down.
So I credit the quarterback on that one because you had players from 2 different sides of the center take off. And, the ball didn't flinch, showing some good constraint down there on the Fossil line. Tight end left side, twin receivers and the flankers out there. Going to throw the slot again. Got the man inside. Burdick just catches it, turns forward. Nice job of driving forward, close to the chains, isn't he?
Yeah, might have got it.
Great second effort after contact. Secured the ball and driving forward. Now we get a few raindrops coming in on the window, don't we? And if you look, all you got to do is look down below us, and the blankets and the hoods are going up. And there's some little kiddos that are going to get spirited away, I think, here. So 1st and 10. The pass completion was long enough to move the sticks. Fake the give. This time Hope gets the outside. That time doesn't follow the running back into the hole. A little bit more of a design that time to get away from the traffic, and I like that version. Certainly got the speed. Gain of about 9. A little bit of rhythm going here now, too. Get a completion, 2 or 3 runs, get back on the line, run another play. Fake the pitch wide, right up the middle again. Hoax, there's a seam that he just exploiting right now, isn't there?
Yeah, he's seen something in that defense that they're either not taking him serious as a runner, or something, because.
Well, and one thing I like right now, Randy, too, they got guys running off the field and on the field to bring plays in. There's some, a little bit of heightened urgency in the offense. They know the win's a big deal to have behind them, but they are playing with some tempo. Again, quarterback run, and he's going to pay for that one.
Well, and, a good motivator, too, is that they're 16 points away from having a mercy rule here, and if they don't score here, and Poudre comes down a couple of times, this...
a solid tackle by Carter Finch that time, only gained about 1.5 yards. Clock still running here. We're still in third quarter, 4:56 to play. Fossil, nice drive put together here. Play change from the line of scrimmage. Snap. Fires the outside, a little low.
Oh, flag or something. And
procedure call. Too much success. I think they're going to decline that one. And they will. So with the incompletion, that'll bring up 3rd and about 9. And you know what? That's certainly 4-down territory, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would. Unless they feel like they can kick a field goal, because, they need to score. They're on their 7th straight quarter without a point. So.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by the SaberCats, so they want to make sure they got the set. I think the coach didn't see what they wanted, so they call the timeout. We're going to take one, too. Thanks for watching Stream It Sports.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those 2 rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2017 RAV4. Or get $3,000 cash back on RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
There you see one of the umbrellas that is out. Not raining hard at all, but the combination of sprinkles and the wind could make it slightly uncomfortable. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you.
Football weather.
Football weather.
Of course, we're inside.
And you got flip-flops on, so
Yep,
that's
yep.
not really a football attire there,
Yeah,
is it?
I know it, yep. So 3rd and 9 here, big play for the SaberCats. Like to see a chance to get that ball near the end zone. Got to get it downfield. Hoke back to throw. Looks man in the crossing route. Hits Murphy. Nice throw. And back judge threw a flag. We would assume that's going to be an infraction on the defense. Unless there's a pick play or a push. Neither team actually acting like they heard a pro or a con call against them right now. They're just kind of standing around talking. So a push by the defense.
That's 3 of those tonight on one team.
Yep. So tacking that on instead of the gain, ends up taking the ball down near the 10-yard line. Just outside the 10-yard line, so a chance to get a first down near the 1.
Here's where they missed Sprayberry from in the past, isn't it? To have a runner like that.
Yep.
1,000-yard runner. Or,
both of them.
Yeah, that's what I was
Brandon and
saying.
Andrew. Hoke on the keeper, goes forward. Hit hard at about the 8-yard line. I think they're trying to take some of the mystery out of it. The one thing about running the spread offense, when you've got 4 receivers outside, spread away, know the backside, the fullback there, he follows them in. That's one less guy to have to block as they go through. And Wynn's picking up again. And somebody from the Impalas popped their clutch. They're going to say it's going to be on the defense or the offense, but that decides that. Half the distance of the goal line.
So a lot of help here from the officials in this drive for Fossil Ridge. Not that they're bad calls or anything, but certainly.
Oh no, it's
Poudre's.
Both teams is give and get, that's for sure. And 24-0, you're trying to keep your head in the game. Sometimes a little tougher. Snap, toss outside. Knutsen's got the edge, should get to the end zone, and he does. Nice read that time. After all the quarterback runs,
And
everybody stayed inside.
The student section's going crazy over there.
Well, it's the first time they've had to celebrate in a couple of weeks.
So touchdown, Fossil Ridge. We haven't been able to say that for, both of us have coached, both of us have, had athletes in our house.
Everybody.
You
Yes, it does.
just want to see kids succeed. And
well, that was a good drive. Did some nice things on the drive. Avoided the mistakes that have stalled them before, and took advantage of getting it down there. Going to go for 2.
Well, they're 24 is 3/8. I think we don't have our.
Still is.
We don't have
Hope
our.
look at his right, little pick play underneath. Oh, Leal stepped in front of that and just tipped it.
It's also 4 6s.
And it's going to have to be now. So the PAT fails an incomplete pass, but they do get the end zone. Spirits lifted across the way, and we'll be back after this message. You're watching Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Again, nice shot of the Fossil Ridge student section. We would show the Poudre student section, which is down here, but they're not in camera shot of us, but we'll try to get a little bit of it. There's a lot of students over there as well, so we'll try to do that, but we're on the same side as they are, so it's harder to do that. 24-6 our score now.
Well, here's another chance. Like I say, you can tell the wind's piling up again, and I doubt we're going to see a return. Murphy's kicking off. Strong leg. Kickoff coverage, Fossil just hadn't had a lot of those this year, and that one sails past the back line into the track area.
Murphy really spent a lot of the offseason working on his kicking and going to some kicking things. Has not been the receiver this year that he was last year. So a lot of that's quarterback, a lot of that's offense, a lot of that's
spreading it around.
Whatever.
Well, Burdick and Murphy both tied up there in the reception area. Kevin Simpson's had a few. This is an offense still, I think, looking for its identity. And, right now, quarterback run has been the focal point of that last drive, obviously. So 1st and 10, Impala's at their 20. Their offense has been pretty flat, until that long drive last time, but they just have a lot going. McFadden, though, on the fake the keep, he's down the sideline and smartly just goes down around the 40-yard line. Casey Knutson is going to run him down, and that's just a smart play there. He had no angle to get away.
Yeah, I mean, why it's smart is his only play was to go out of bounds, and you go out of bounds, you just stop the clock. So,
set the change, and they'll wind it now.
One
down
play,
to 3:03 in the third.
One play that Faso has not run is the bubble screen, with Murphy. And, that's a play that you see that's very effective in high school, it seems like.
Snap, option left side, pitch back out to Erickson, a little high, handles it. That when the quarterback gets outside the numbers, when that pitch is being made there's just very little real estate for that running back to take advantage of.
Good sportsmanship there, 46.
Yeah.
Really clobbered
Erickson.
Well, no, the quarterback.
Yeah, McFadden. Yeah, he came across and popped him.
And he helped him up. Said, you know what? I'll be here again next time.
Let's do it next time. Well, and that's the way high school sports ought to be. Play hard to the whistle.
Hard and clean.
Fossil now 3 down lineman slanting to the far side of the field, trying to get that wide side of the field. McFadden does pull it back, though. And again, Nathan Meyer, number 60, we're getting that right. I mean, it's still a nice gain on him, but he has set that edge out there so many times, Randy, turning the offense back inside where he's got all of his friends, but McFadden's athleticism still gained 9 yards.
One number we have not called tonight is number 6, Zach Leal, and he's got one-on-one coverage out here right now.
Very quiet night.
3rd and 2 might not be the time to go to him, but especially when you got number 32 standing behind you.
Coming right back up underneath there and got behind.
Simple, huh?
Got behind the big 5s and 6s and 7s right there and followed Weston Mayer and the rest of those linemen for the Impala straight forward and an easy first down charge. I like that call a ton.
Keep it simple. If you don't have to.
One less thing to go wrong on a handoff. Plus just the sheer time it takes to snap the ball and come running forward 4 yards. You might have some angles you could pick up there, but they're shooting the gaps. Nope, there's a great call. First down as a result. Ball across midfield now.
And you have an 18-point lead as well with a minute 30 in the third quarter.
Erickson left side, cuts it back against the grain, goes around the outside, just turning and leaving guys behind him. And he even though you see him turning and cutting like that, his numbers, his pads are still going north and south, aren't they?
Yeah, and he's gaining yards as he does it. He's not standing still. He started getting hit about the 42. He ends up at the 35. So,
well, I mean, as a physical runner he is, I think his vision actually exceeds his physicality because he sees the cutbacks, he sees those lanes, and for a high school back, that's special.
And he's big enough to play on Saturday, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we already know of a couple offers he's got, and there'll be more of those to have. There's several Saturday players on that team over there. Motion again, Stribling now coming across the formation. McFadden on the fake, quick dump underneath screen. Oh, that's a good tackle.
Yeah, great tackle.
Coming up there,
that's
just
31 again, isn't it?
Coming up, just cut the legs out from underneath the receiver. Just smart, knocking him down. Nathan Novak, the sophomore.
Yeah, he's had a really good game. And these sophomores, and some freshmen getting valuable experience. And
there's like I said, there's not too many 5As where you're going to have a freshman out there playing your outside linebacker like Caden Dollar. He's had some attention in the second half from the left side. A lot of those runs from Erickson coming that way, but he's thrown into the heat, and he's done a nice job. Snap, Erickson ISO up the middle, dances around a little bit. Going to be short of the line to gain, maybe a yard or so. Clock running down to 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. I don't think we're going to see another snap. Poudre can kind of just take their time here. There's no reason to be in a hurry. They're going to turn around. If they want to throw it, they'll get the wind behind them now. So Fossil, though, takes the third quarter and does score, matches the touchdown. Didn't get the PAT. They still trail 24-6 after 3 quarters of play here at French Field. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Back here the Poudre drum line. Nobody has more fun than the band. Try to let you hear some of that without the wind.
Out.
Howling is what I would say is good.
Yeah, it's really gusting up there, up and down tonight. It's kind of tricky. It's tough for the players. It's tough enough to play with the wind all the time, but knowing whether it's going to be up and down.
And if you've never lived in Colorado and you're listening to us, wind is a big deal in Colorado, isn't it?
Especially on the Front Range where we're at. So 3rd and short now for the Impalas. Big play here for the Fossil Ridge defense to get off the field. Going for the touchdown down to Stribling, and this was just a little overthrown, and that was thrown into double coverage. Because he had Reska coming underneath here on the short route. He made his mind up right away, so the safety, nice job of helping out there.
I think the defensive coordinator for Fossil Ridge had a feeling, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, and you've seen it. It's worked more than once tonight, obviously, but the safety Jones just did a nice job of recognition that time. As soon as the ball's in the air, he banded his man and helped bracket the receiver, not give him a chance.
And this is a no-brainer to go for it.
Yep. 4th and very short. Erickson right side is going to get the first down easily. Running upfield, got one man to meet the corner. Twisted away from an arm tackle and is going to go in the end zone. Can't tackle him high.
No, and you saw the results of that right there. He just, literally
he was dead on the sidelines and found his balance, and that's just a strong leg turn. Like I say, you put that foot right down in the turf and heads right upfield. What great balance there and acceleration.
Most backs would have run out of bounds. They wouldn't have the strength to stop their body.
That's exactly right.
And keep going, and he had a defender on him when he did it.
The PAT, snap, hold, and kick are all good. So first couple plays here in the 4th quarter yield more points for the Impalas. 11:47. Take it out to 31-6. In the last drive, a couple pass succession, but a lot of that came from the fake and the running of Tanner Hoke, and not that made it still be successful, but I think right now the Impalas, Randy, they say fine if you want to take 5 or 6 minutes to drive the length of the field and then try to score. We're good with that.
It works to their advantage almost.
Yep.
At this point, if you're a coach, you start thinking about wear and tear on your first team, and we have already seen the second team, and they're going to be really good. So they probably give Fossil Ridge all they can handle at this point.
Yeah, that's a deep program over there now. Coach McVictor talked about that this summer in our coaches show. How that all the way from the middle school on up, their numbers are quite good.
And that's kind of where a lot of the growth is going now. Wellington and different towns up there. So got a new high school potentially in a few years.
Kick's going to hit the ground. Got to come up and grab that. Burdick gets it on the one hop. Makes one man miss going to the sideline. Gets around the edge. And a tough run there. I tell you, he got
good effort.
Yeah, 10-12 out of what I didn't think he was going to get anything there. When that ball, he's lucky it bounced right up to him. He had good hands, but Ford's kick again hits the ground, and the football does funny things when it does that. The coach is going to say, okay, come up, take that on the run. You've got a little bit more speed build up too. Either way, though, SaberCats going to 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Well, they found a little bit of something with Hoke running, so I would imagine we'll see a little bit more of that.
Yeah, it's still, like I said, though, you're going to run out of time.
Yeah, you are, because
just got to have to take advantage of it. Snap back, fake, throw the all-out pattern right away to Burdick. Turns upfield.
It's really the only pass pattern they've been able to complete the whole night.
Yeah, they've had to be able to take it downfield with much success. You're right. Quickly back to the line. I do like their tempo. They're trying to keep the got a chop block. or personal foul. I'm not sure why. I guess I thought I saw the chop block signal from the referee, but that was not it. But either way, it's 15 yards against the Impalas.
And, you know, if you're the coaching staff for the Impalas, there's plenty of things to look at on film and say, guys, you know, when we're playing.
Yeah, they might be taking 0-2 Fossil
Valor
a little bit
or
more
something
lightly.
like that.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to do this stuff.
Yeah. And you can't play at such a high level all the time. Fake the toss right. Hoke steps up the middle again, finds some running room. Gain about 7 on first down. Takes it across the 40-yard line in about 37, 11:09 to play.
Poudre is in the same conference as Valor, who's ranked number 1. And not sure what week they go down there, but.
Yeah, it's a game down in the metro area this year.
Have very nice facilities down there, I would imagine.
Yeah, money does a nice job of taking care of that. Fake the jet sweep.
And
just didn't connect.
Yeah, and if he could have, he had a blocker out there and a lot of space.
So that'll bring up a third and about 3. I like the idea there, just it had a lot going on because the jet sweep fake turned into his blocker, stepped up and made the right decision. Just the pattern, the connection, just kind of got lost in the weeds there.
Got Murphy out here one-on-one.
You have to start testing that, don't you?
You got to test that or something.
Yep. And high snap over Hoke's head. He's just got to fall on it. And it'll bring up about 4th and 10.
You do have to have time to, to throw that ball down the field. But again, Murphy last year over 800 yards receiving.
Yep. So Fossil, I think it's a easy call to make right now. Go for it on 4th and 10 with 10 minutes left in the game. Two receivers near side. Two tight end formation. Hook back to throw. Sees the man coming. He does see Murphy, but not going to be enough there. I mean, even if he had gotten away from Zach Leal, which he didn't, 4 more Impalas were there. They just set that picket line up right around that first line down to gain and said, fine, we'll give it to you in front of us.
Well,
so that'll be a turnover on downs for the Poudre Impalas defense.
That's twice on 4th down that the receiver hasn't gone enough to get the first down.
Yep.
And so just little things like that you got to be aware of.
Fossil Ridge did have a penalty against them. The Impalas did decline that, of course.
Might see a little bit of Mr. Erickson here.
Well, that
kind of finish this thing
yeah,
off.
The last couple drives where he's had the touchdown and both drives, I would imagine he's got 75, 80 yards just this half alone.
Yeah, he's got to be up around 130, something like that, I would imagine.
Nice job of flushing McFadden for the pocket. Just gets outside, tripped up. Great angle that take.
Again.
Yeah. Well, and he come forward and kept the leverage to the outside. McFadden, he just got his legs, tripped him up, and once again, that's tough for McFadden with that right leg brace to roll to his left and make a turn. And as good an athlete as he is, that's just tough to overcome. And Novak, though, he came in like a heat-seeking missile, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's that safety
he's had
inside out.
A great game.
So a loss of about 10. Just a little under 9 minutes to play here in the game. Count by the backside official. Long pass to Razga. They'll let them complete that in front of them. Not much going to happen there. Just a nice catch and throw and a little slant gain of about 6 or 7. Tackle Jimmy Carson out there. Jimmy Carson last week, we haven't called his name much tonight just because they seemed to go on the other side a lot, but he had a really nice game last week against Rocky Mountain.
3rd and 12. If I was making a call here, I would call a draw play to Mr. Erickson is what I would call.
Yeah, don't let the clock stop. McFadden, quick little out pattern.
And they don't get it.
No, going to be short. They need to get the 50-yard line. and went out of bounds.
McFadden's had a very efficient night passing.
Very much. You're right. He's an accurate thrower. Great technique. Gets that ball high as he rolls around both sides and delivers mostly strikes. So 4th and short, they're going to go for it at midfield. This would be one of those icing the game first downs, I think. Now, you can tell right now they're trying to get a cheap one. Fossil Ridge didn't take the cheese.
Well, Poudre gave him one already.
Yep.
1 or 2 maybe, but I know 1 for sure.
Long play coming in. The back judge is signaling time, so we're going to have a timeout taken by Poudre.
I like Mr. Erickson back there as, with his hand motions like, hey, coach. And
right here.
I think the coach knew what he was doing there.
So timeout on the field. Now, Randy, we can talk a little bit about tomorrow. Fairview coming up. Just a history of really good quarterbacks, receivers.
They're a fun team to watch, really.
Yeah.
As much as we...
Johnny Photo here on this field a couple years ago put on a clinic.
Oh, yeah. It was...
Great game he had.
He's playing somewhere, I think, on a D2 squad. Yeah, they recruit pretty well out of the Broomfield area. And there's a lot of good talent in that North Denver area, Boulder area, and a lot of those guys, if
they flock to the coaches.
Well, if there's too much talent in one, they'll go somewhere else because Colorado has the
school of choice.
School of choice, so you can kind of go wherever the opportunity is.
4th and short, Erickson on the right side. He's going to get the first down, but I think you're right. I think there's a holding call, but I don't know. He didn't throw it at somebody. Usually you throw it to a spot. So now, they had an illegal shift. So Poudre, now I think you're going to go back and punt it. Taranka going back out there. And I hear the announcer saying it's Zach Leal. I thought that was a number 8. We must have a lightning strike nearby, Randy, because they're just clearing the field all of a sudden here at French Field. So with that, safety first, obviously. They're going to mark it down there. It makes it 4th and 1. They'll leave the chains, everything in place. So you're going to see a blank screen. We're not going away, but we'll be back when the play resumes. Stay tuned to Stream It Sports.
Just want to tell you folks, the game has been called tonight. We've got lightning in the area, and it's going to be going on for a while. So thank you for joining us tonight on Stream of Sports, and we will be with you again tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, Rocky Mountain and Fairview. So for Abby Block and David Haase, this is Randy McCoy signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.
Poudre School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.